That's a new one, yeah.
Come on, Ryan! We don't have any Star Trek riders in this one, so we are rooting for Ryan Jastrap. He's honorary Star Trek.
Why?
This will be a fast-paced race.
This race is underway right now. We're up here with our officials, and we also have TrackTiming.live to help us keep track of everything. Off to the races early here, Edwin Sutherland. From Barbados.
Yeah, I saw you guys.
And immediately for our next points race, he has drawn out Ryan Jastrap, Tristan Manderfeld, Connor, Sally, and Andrew Duddle. This is our Maze contingency here yet, watching our race, because one of your own is in this breakaway right now. We hope you can cheer him on. The chase from behind. Leo Campbell. Great to see Akil also returning to us from Trinidad and Tobago. He is a Pan Am champion of just a few weeks ago. Looks like they're in group of 5 about to be brought back by Mathias. Also in this bunch, great to see the return of Jamal Eastman. Jamal was on the front there for just a hot second. Jamal from Barbados as well. Love seeing those guys returning to T-Town each season. Cesar Galecho joining us from New York City. He is on the front right now. Right behind him, Brad Green. Behind him was Sutherland. Sutherland electing not to pull through. Duddle on the front again, so very aggressive here. We do have a bit of a split one more time in our field. So interesting. Multiple splits occurring. There's your first intermediate sprint, gentlemen. Next time around, we will have points on the line. Points on the line here. So the first 4 riders across the line will win points. We do have a bit of a split in the field. Right now, it looks like one of our Canadians has also jumped into the mix here. He's coming around out of turn 4. Edwin's going to try to challenge him to the line, and Edwin will take those points.
Caesar got some points.
Sam Morris.
Oh, here comes Kroom.
Morris jumping in there, getting 3 points.
Kroom's driving the train. So Sutherland with getting those 5. Morris getting 3. Connor Sally getting the 2 points from Butcher Box Cycling. And rounding out that sprint, Brad Green, number 241. All right, so we have our first leaders of the race. So remember, a points race, we take the total points of the rider at the end. So it can be a little confusing because the first person across the line at the end of the race may not actually be the winner. It's the rider with the most number of points after each of these intermediate sprints combined with the final sprint, which is worth double points. John Kroom on the front right now. Kroom, our national champion in the Omnium. Pursuit and elimination in just this past week. Kroom will be looking for some more UCI points this evening as he is looking for a start spot down in Cali for the first World Cup our nation's cup of the season. UCI points earned at competitions like this do qualify riders to have the opportunity
There we go.
to start
Get a wheel,
Nations
Ryan.
Cup events.
Come on,
Nations Cup
bell
event
lap.
points
Let's
allow
go.
riders to bid for Olympic Games. So it is a sequence that builds towards the Olympics. There's your bell.
Come on, Ryan.
Go, Ryan!
Uh-oh, there goes Froome.
Jastrab on his heels. And a good kick here by Froome as he comes from the middle of the field. Froome trying to stay on top of his gear here as he winds up. We'll see if Froome can hold on right at the line now. We saw Mathias Guillemette of Canada coming around Froome there out of turn at number 4. That was quite the acceleration there by Guillemette to get himself 5 points. John Froome there getting himself 3 points. Ryan Jastrab with the 2, and Ethan Abramzik with 1. Abramzik also out of Canada. Great to have him joining us.
What? Are you serious?
Just let them get away.
This is Robert Mayfield, ladies and gentlemen. We love seeing Robert joining us from Colorado Springs each season. He has been racing with us for a number of weeks now. Robert Mayfield now off the front.
Nobody seems to be going from.
2 intermediate sprints so far.
I almost half a lap now.
Wow, you're too big.
Let's see if Robert Mayfield
Let's go,
can
Rob!
He's got 75 to go.
Oh my God.
A bit of hesitation in the field occurring because we have a lot of new riders from Canada who are changing the overall race dynamic right now. John Froome, our national champion, and this is Dakota Stein, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota's actually leading our Rider of the Year standings, and he is still a junior. He has qualified himself for Junior World Championships in Cairo, Egypt, based on his results at the USA Cycling National Championships last week. We did bring Dakota out in front of the crowd earlier in our Nationals recognition, but great to talk about him right now in the midst of this UCI Elite men's race. Robert Mayfield's still out there. We've got a $75 premium. $75.
Let's go, Rob, get that money!
For the winner of the next lap. $75
They just
premium
handed it
for
to
the
him.
winner of this next
Come on,
lap.
Ryan!
So points and money on tap. Can Mayfield hold on for $75? You can use your help, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can make some noise for Robert Mayfield. Can he hold on for this $75? And he looks like he's got a shot. $75, ladies and gentlemen, for Robert Mayfield as he comes across the line.
Okay, Ryan got another point.
In that sprint. Looks like
Ryan's up to 3 points.
Simon right behind him for 2 points, and I believe Sam Morris getting himself 1 more point. So
Everyone's up to front.
holding on there for that
Who's that?
$75. Robert brought back there, but he's $75 richer for his aggressive tactics. Meanwhile, off the front, we've got Tristan Manderfeld, his friend from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Tristan also part of the U.S. military endurance sports service, so he is an active service member. He is out here trying to get himself some UCI points. Tristan's also the photographer for the U.S. military sports program, so he documents a lot of their sports athletics out of Colorado Springs. Your standings after the last intermediate sprint, Edwin Sutherland now leads the race with 7, John Froome in second with 6, Robert Mayfield with 5, tied with Mathias Guillemette, Ryan Jastrab with 3, Morris 3, Connor Sally 2, Ethan Abramzik with 1, Brad Green with 1. So your leader, Edwin Sutherland, from Barbados. He is your leader. He is back in the field right now on the wrong end of some of these splits. Physically, your leaders on the track include Tristan Manderfeld. Mike Miller is in there. John Krug is there.
We're coming into the bell lap.
Ryan Jastrab at the back of that train with two of our Canadians who have just joined us for this evening's race program. There's your next bell for the intermediate sprint.
Let's go, Ryan!
That's going to be Jackson Kinberg. Kinberg, great to have him returning to T-Town.
Come on, Ryan.
Him in 2019. He's part of the Cycling Canada's endurance program. Kinberg coming out of turn 4. He's got Jastrab quick on the heels here. But
Ryan!
That's it, Ryan. It's up to 6 points now. Ryan's up to 6 points.
And I believe we saw
Yep, 66 to go now, Mark.
another one of our Canadians jumping out there. And here's Dan Brewer, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Brewer got himself a silver medal in the Elite men's points race just the other night by being very aggressive and putting himself out there in the wind when nobody else is willing to do so. He lapped the field by himself very late in that contest and put himself out of medal contention to the silver medal position for the final sprint. So this is Brewer. He's being joined now by Connor Sally. Sally joining us from Connecticut this evening. But in that group, in the all-black, the incognito sleuth, Mathias.
Okay.
Guillemette
64.
out there looking very smooth right now.
They're off the
and
front.
very arrow. Guillemette joining us. Looks like Connor opening a door for Guillemette to swing in. So we have Brewer, Guillemette, and Sally off the front right now. Now this is Jamal Eastman, Brad Green, and Danny Matthews giving chase. And now Evan Sutherland on the front of our bunch here.
Oh, geez, they're almost.
62 on the counter right now. And it looks like we got a bit of a opportunity for possibly 3 guys to lap the field here, but we're going to keep a close eye on that situation. Now another layer
That's
of
a chase group, I think.
leaders.
Come on, Ryan!
Those are leader.
They will be given 20 bonus points.
That's the front of the group. That's the first 3.
Intermediate sprint, gentlemen. This will be your 5th
That's the next 3.
intermediate sprint.
And here's the field. There's the front group, 3 of them.
Guillemette off the front. On the front right now.
This is the front of the race.
In second wheel with Sally coming through.
And then there's 3 in this
These
chase
guys
group.
will be looking to see
And then there's
what
the
their
field.
finishing position will be. Guillemette will come through.
There's
He
3 points
finishes
there.
5 points, 3 points for Brewer, 2 points for Connor.
Next points will be in
Let's
this
see
group.
which one of these riders comes across the line because one more point is available.
This is
See
the
if
second
Jamal
group.
will come across. Jamal comes across. He gets 1 point in the intermediate sprint there.
Thank you, Phil. You hear me crunching?
These are your leaders right now coming through. Net number 36, the Arrow all-black kit.
Man.
Daniel Brewer out of Atlanta. And Connor Sally of Butcher Box Crew Cycling. Connor
Oh, they're about to lap the field, these guys.
from Connecticut. We got guys catching. All right, so those 3 gentlemen will be given 20 points now.
Got left, Ryan!
Off the field. So Guillemette, Brewer, and Connor are now 20 points up.
Now this is the
because
front.
they've lapped the field. Those points will be added to their prior. Your leaders are now here. These are now your leaders on track with Brad Green, Danny Matthews, and Jamal Eastman.
And now you got the, now they've got a chase.
Leaders are now the guys who were the chase because the 3 that were off the front have caught the field. They have reintegrated into that field. So now your leaders are into turn number 4 right now.
So-
With that lap catch, we have Mathias Guillemette leading the race with 30 points. Connor Sally.
It's 56 laps to go.
Second with 24.
Next lap's going to be a bell lap.
Brewer.
They're going to get the bell very soon.
23.
And I don't know what the field is doing. They're not working together very well.
Box Pro Cycling and Daniel Brewer are your 3 leaders. There's your next intermediate sprint. This is our 6th intermediate
And there's our very
sprint.
fractured
Brad
field.
Green, Danny Matthews, and Jamal Eastman are off the front.
There's going to be 1 point for the field.
Possibly hunting that 4th point. Remember, there is 1 point available for the field here. Your leaders coming into turn number 4, they're going to get themselves the 5, 3, and 2.
Brad got the 5.
So 5 for Brad, 3 for Danny, and 2 for Jamal. Let's see who gets the single point here. It's going to be your race leader, Guillemette. So Mathias Guillemette is given 1 more point.
And there's the front.
That would pull him to 31.
There's chase.
And extend his lead in the
They're finally
overall.
chasing them.
Meanwhile, your physical leaders on the track coming through the start finish. Look at this, Andrew Double, ladies and gentlemen.
Points every
Popping out
6
from the
laps.
field, all the way from
2K.
Emmaus to race with us this evening.
That's the
He
front
races
still.
for the Doylestown Bike Works program. The Doylestown Bike Works is a great sponsor of the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. We really
One guy off
appreciate
the
everything
front.
they do for us here.
And then there comes the field, which is pretty stretched out, so.
All right, we have a bit of a hesitation here from the field. That could give opportunity.
They could get lapped
for
again.
Your leaders over here, Green, Danny, and Jamal, to get themselves a little bit of an advantage here, possibly get themselves another lap up. So we saw this earlier, right? Guillemette, Connor, Sally, and one more.
Yep, they're about to lap.
And Daniel Brewer have already lapped the field and gotten the 20. Looks like Jamal, Green, and Danny have made the catch. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Now
a
this
nice
is your
ride
front.
there. Getting themselves all the way around. That is a lot harder than they made it look. So we now have 6 riders who have lapped the field. We have $75 for the winner of the next lap. $75 for the winner of the next lap. $75 premium for the winner of the next lap. Off the front right now, Akil Campbell coming to us from Trinidad and Tobago. He's got a little bit of pep in his step for that $75. Can he get there? Tristan Manderfeld trying to chase him down. $75 though now for Akil Campbell. Tristan coming through with Brewer there for the 2 points. I believe Edwin Sutherland got himself in on those points as well. We'll go to our official time in the story, but look at this huge counter by Morris up from Canada. Trying to drive this pace right now, create this split in the field, and look at this. We've got a huge long line of
on, Ryan!
on this track right now, thanks to this acceleration by Morris after that last intermediate sprint. These intermediate sprints are very challenging. They require the athletes to dig a little bit deeper no matter where they are in the field. And then when you have riders like, Kinnenberg. That was Kinnenberg doing the acceleration. When you have riders like Kinnenberg hitting it hard after that sprint, it can cause these fracturings of the field each time. We've done 7 intermediate sprints. We have 6 riders who have lapped the field.
Pull through, Ryan!
Race leader is Canadian Mathias Guillemette with 31. Brad Green is in second now with 26. Daniel Brewer in third with 25. Connor Sally with 24. Danny Matthews 23. And Jamal Eastman also 23. Now these riders here
Come on, Ryan!
get lapped the field. And so they are going to try to do their best to catch what is left of the field right now, because we have a big fracturing of our bike race right now. Can we get these guys all the way around? Look at your leaders here in 3 right now. Entering turn 4, that's Kinnenberg.
Bell out.
There's your next intermediate sprint, Bell. Kinnenberg.
Come on, Ryan!
He is riding with
Ethan Ogromazik in the yellow shoulders and Ryan Jastrap in the Wildlife Pro cycling kit. Kinnenberg is about to catch some lap traffic here. Kinnenberg, your leader, coming around lap traffic. And he will get those 5.
Almost there.
3 and 2. Looks like Ogromazik will get the 3. Jastrap with the 2. Let's see if Edwin Sutherland holds on, and he will get 1. There's a whole lot of action going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Your physical leaders on the track are entering turn number 4 right now. There we come.
Come on, Ryan.
These are your physical leaders on the track. Leading the bike race, though, with the most number of points, to be a rider in this bunch here in the all black is Mathias Guillemette, number 36.
Bro, these other riders need to pull as well.
All right, so here comes.
Yeah, they kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
Our lead
Hey,
is
so
here.
the other riders are pulling.
Kinnenberg has caught. So your leaders are now back here in turn 4. Your leader, Kinnenberg, I believe will be given a lap up, and he has. So now Kinnenberg,
Come on, work together!
Second overall with 30 points total after having made that lap. 1 point shy of his Canadian compatriot Guillemette with 31. Your leaders on track are entering turn number 3 with Ryan Jastrab of Wildlife Pro Cycling. He is working with Dennis Ramirez, who I believe is a lap down, and Andrew Duddle is in this bunch, and Ogromazik here with the yellow shoulders. Your field is ahead of them with a chase right here being led by Kroom. There's your bell for the next lap.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on, Ryan.
Jastrab, Ogromazik, Ramirez,
Oh,
and
these other riders in the school, they're never going to make it.
all right, so though we physically see 4 riders together across the track, only 2 of them are eligible for points. It's going to be the rider with the yellow shoulders and the rider right behind him, Ryan Jastrab. Those 2 are eligible for points. The riders behind them are technically in no man's land, and they're not eligible for points. So we've awarded 5-3, and we're going to be looking to our field here.
So annoying.
So our 2 no man's land riders not awarded points.
What was that?
We've got a little
Come on, Ryan.
Come on, Ryan.
Jastrab and Ogromazik. They are working with 2 riders that are technically in no man's land. Here's your field. Looks like we're coming back together with our field. All right, the way we scored that last intermediate sprint, Ogromazik 5, Jastrab 3, Mayfield scored 2 points, and Sam Morris scored 1 point. So Mayfield getting himself back into the mix here of points. Your leader of this bike race, Mathias Guillemette, with number 36. He is in the bunch here, kind of high up against the rail right now. He's your leader with 31 points. Jackson Kinnenberg, second with 30 points total. Brad Green in third with 26. Daniel Brewer in fourth.
Come on, guys.
None of these riders have yet lapped. So Jastrab and Ogromazik, those are your 2 riders at the front. They are desperately trying to catch this bunch here to see if they can get themselves across. Meanwhile, you've got riders like John Kroom are going to make it really hard for Jastrab and Ogromazik to actually make the catch. And don't forget the other 2 riders at the back of this
Next one will be a bell lap.
are dropped and are not part of the leaders. This bike racing is straightforward, and so we're going to do our best to keep you on the action here. Here is your field coming through, and with a bit of a split, which may create a chase, and then the rest of the fields are pretty much together. we got $150
Let's
premium.
go, Ryan! $150 bucks!
$150 premium for the winner of the next lap. So Gronazit and Jastrap could be eligible for this $150 premium. Meanwhile, the field trying to bring them back if they can. The $150.
Thanks, Tony. Come on, Ryan!
Who wants to get it? Who's
Come on, Ryan!
Come on, Ryan!
Gronazit holds on for $150 cash.
Oh, dear.
If they work hard enough, but right now they've got enough of a...
So after that last intermediate sprint, we gave out some money,
Here's the front crew.
and we got ourselves, let's see what happened here.
You weren't getting rent anyway.
Gronazit gets himself the 5 points, Jastrap 3, Daniel
And this
Brewer
woman here
getting
knows
2, and
everything.
Jamal
Hi.
Eastman 1.
Yeah, I'm live streaming it though. So people at home could watch.
Guillemette is still your leader of the race with 31 points. That's rider number 36. Jackson Hinnenberg is still in second with 30 points overall, and Brewer 27.
Is Nathan racing at all this weekend?
Let's
You
give
know
you
what?
the
It's our
points
fault
total
we
and
didn't get
ranking
him
for
signed up
your
on
physical
time.
leaders
Oh,
on
okay.
track. The
He was
man with
supposed
the
to
yellow
race tonight.
shoulders out there, the Gronazit, has 15 points. And the rider in the Wildlife Generations kid out there, Ryan
When
Jastrap,
does that happen?
14 points. The rider with the yellow shoulders, 15 points. Jastrap has 14 points. That puts them at 8th and 9th in the bike race overall, respectively. If they can make the catch, they will pull themselves into the lead of the bike race. So they've been dangling here for a very long time, and if they can get themselves around the track,
Hold on, Ryan.
they will become your leaders. So you guys can help them get there by making some noise, because every time they come around, they can actually hear you. And if you are stomping on the grandstands or banging on the boards and saying, "Go Ryan," and go Ethan. Ethan's in yellow, Ryan is in the... Let's make some noise for these guys.
Come on, Ryan!
Across that intermediate strip is coming up. Jastrap, Ethan in this bunch. Ramirez and Dunham still drop technically. Meanwhile, from the field, we have Jamal jumping across, but your leaders are still entering turn number 4. Can we get Jastrap and Gronazit around the track, ladies and gentlemen?
Come on, Ryan!
Come on, Ryan!
Ethan Gronazit just got 5 more points. Jastrap getting himself 3 points there.
Come on, they should catch it.
Make the catch. Can they do it? Can we help them get all the way around the track? They're getting close, but you guys can help them just seal the deal here by making a little bit more noise for these guys. Can we help them?
Come on, Ryan!
Shut this gap down. We got a chase group coming through the start finish right now, but can we get Jastrap and Gronazit across back into the field here? That would hopefully get them scored. We're going to check with our officials to make sure that's the case, but they need to get there.
Come on!
But you can do a better job helping them go a little bit faster by making even more noise for them as they come around this next time. They can hear you out there on the track. Jastrap now pulling on the front of that brake. Can he pull it in? Gronazit is right there. Let's make some noise in 4. Let's make some noise in the grandstands.
Come on, Ryan!
Nice job, grandstands. You guys shared in that with them. Now let's go to the officials and see how they're scoring.
What's that? Blue.
They will be
He's 4th in the back right
a
now.
long time. Your leaders are now being scored over here with Manderfeld and
Now that's the leaders.
And
Those are the new leaders.
And it's confirmed we have given 20 additional points to Agronis.
That's right, John.
And they are now your race leaders. Ethan Agronis from Canada now has 40 points total. Ryan Jagraff from California, racing for Wildlife Generation, now has 37. Mathias Guillemette now has 31 points, and he is in third. He is in this chase right here. Here's your bell for the leaders right now, ladies and gentlemen. Now this bunch right here, if they catch that group, they will be given 20 more points, and the rider who is currently second wheel.
God, they're going to catch them now. There's going to be another lap.
The overall lead. It's crazy, but it's possible. Let's see what happens. Jumping around, Guillemette jumping out of 4, and Guillemette will take the high points. He may also get himself that lap. And so let's see, can he shut that down? Man, he made that look easy. Ladies and gentlemen, your bike race leader is back in the bunch in the all black. That's going to be Mathias Guillemette back in the bunch. He has lapped this field twice, giving himself 40 additional.
And Ryan just got those points, right? Oh, no.
Overall, looking at probably 56 points.
Can you look at traptiming.live? Hi, guys.
I got one guy lapping twice.
Oh.
One more time. So you can see this bike race keeps on happening here. A lot of math.
You're not in this race?
12 intermediate sprints. We have 2 more to go. And then
Hey, do this for a second. Somebody film them for me.
Guy in the red and black.
Bro. These guys have been racing their hearts out, just trying to get themselves around the track as quickly as possible to get themselves valuable UCI points. Mathias Guillemette, your leader right now with 56 points. Daniel Brewer now pulls himself back into second with 50 points. Jackson Kemper with 50 points as well. And Jamal Easton with 46, Connor Sally with 44, and Ethan Agronis with 40. Wow. This is Mike Miller off the front right now with our friend at Sutherland, 2 Friday night regulars. Jumping off the front of this bike race, Mike Miller racing for Ocean Spray. He's from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, just outside of Reading. Mike has been racing with us for a few decades at this point, which is great. So Mike Miller, let's make some noise for Mike Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, the intermediate sprint for good. Mike Miller's off the front of this race with Evan Sutherland of Barbados. And let's see what the chase is going to be. We got Danny Matthews of South Africa, Tristan Manderfeld of Colorado Springs, Colorado, trying to work themselves away from the front of the bunch. Meanwhile, at the front, our friends Edwin and Mike have got themselves looking good for some points here. Edwin will come across for 5, and Mike Miller gets himself 3 points in that last intermediate sprint. Tristan Manderfeld comes across for the 2, Danny Matthews 1. Here's Daniel Brewer, though, chasing him down. He is second overall in this race by 6 points. So he needs to get himself away from Guillemette. Guillemette was in this bunch with, on the black and red bike, about 4th wheel in on the actual bunch itself with that black arrow helmet. Brewer here, number 31, trying to get himself physically away from Guillemette right now so that Brewer can score more points when Guillemette will not. That's his tactic here. It may not work though, as it looks like the Canadians are working. Let's call our men's sprint to the ready area. Men's sprinters to the ready area, please. And release the women to the staging area.
I just saw Trinidad go from like really bad.
Mike Miller and Edwin Sutherland. They've got themselves a bit of an advantage over the rest right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we are deep into this bike race. We have done 13 intermediate sprints, and our good friend Mike Miller and Edwin Sutherland are off the front at the moment.
A little bit of cat and mouse happening behind them, which will give a longer leash for Edwin and Mike.
Programs gave him money. That'll be the difference.
These guys are a little further down in the overall, but maybe if they can get themselves a lap, they'll be right back in the thick of it. John Croom jumping away from the rest. Can our national champion individual pursuit jump himself away from the rest of the field, get himself a few more points. It's our second call for our next sprinters.
Shelly, are you making dinner at the house? Are you making dinner at the house?
Our elite women for your points race, 2 stages please. This will be our last intermediate sprint of the bike race, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to the final wire here. Single digits on the counter. We started with 90 and we're down to 6. My goodness, how time flies when we're having fun. Mike Miller and Edwin coming to the line. They will score points, but here's Brewer. He scores 2. Robert Mayfield scoring 1 point there. Nice job by Robert. And here is your field. So, Guillemette not scoring that last time around. Now we got Edwin Sutherland. And we've got Daniel Brewer working now. So can Brewer separate himself from this field?
All right.
We got 5 laps left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start getting ourselves back involved in this bike race if we can. These guys can hear you, and your support does make them go faster. Edwin Sutherland of Barbados and Mike Miller from Reading Daniel Brewer from Atlanta are off the front right now. Connor Sally from Connecticut is trying to jump himself across the Butcher Box Pro Cycling kit that you may recognize from US Criterium C. Chasing him down, Jamal Eastman and Dennis Ramirez. Let's see if we can get them down. Final few laps, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps to go. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is T-Town on a Friday night. You guys got to be involved in this bike race if you're going to be on the grandstands here tonight. We now have a bit of a breakaway, soaking up points from this field. Now that's good news for Mathias Guillemette, who's back in the bunch right now because these guys are soaking up their final sprint. Although I'll take that back. Daniel Brewer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pay attention to Daniel Brewer right here. That's rider number 31. If Brewer wins this final sprint and Guillemette does not score, Brewer could win the bike race because the final sprint is worth 10 points overall. So if Brewer wins the final sprint, he can win. Let's make some noise, T-Town. Let's get yourself involved. Let's get it on the grandstand. Brewer's in the white shoulders. If he wins this finishing sprint, he can win this bike race overall. Guillemette is out of the points. There's no help behind. All the points are up the track. Brewer's kicking it into turn 3. It looks like Edwin's going to try to hold him off. Brewer may not win this race because of Barbados here. And the Barbados crossing the line, soaking up the pace. Daniel Brewer comes across the line. He got himself the 4 points in that last sprint. That was pulled even with Mathias Guillemette, but because he was placed in front of Guillemette on the final sprint, Brewer will take the bike race, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Brewer in the white shoulders across the track right now. He won this bike race through tactics. Let's give him a nice round of applause. He's got his arm up right now by placing in that final sprint, just like we saw at US Nationals.